First of all, shout out to Kamu for suggesting this sit down, because I think there was a time I asked for, guys, I want to do a sit down, updated, get to know me, and there was zilch. Yo, one thing about social media, you need to have liver, courage, and you need to be okay with yourself, because there will be a time where there are 0 views, 0 likes, nothing. And if you are not sure about who you are, you can end up thinking that there is something wrong with you. So thank you, Kamu underscore Mbata, for suggesting the questions. So that is how this video happened. If she didn't ask, we wouldn't be here. And you guys, I asked, like, please suggest questions or assumptions. And people are just like, oh, you are beautiful. Thank you. But I wanted questions. How am I going to answer? Okay, I let me start with the one from the community post. It's from Smash. She says, bra that uzoba ibedi look. Look at you, madam. Oh, so she's saying Big Bra was, yeah, he was right. That's Ryokedidze, that I'm a baby with the hair. Thank you so much. Then this one is from Moko. She says, hi Joey, I love you and your family and for sharing your life with us. Thank you so much, Moko. I love you too. And thank you for saying that. The way you phrased it, that for sharing, because I am sharing my life with you guys. I'm sharing my family with you guys. So thank you for appreciating the fact that I'm sharing. No problem. Mama the boys. I love the fact that every hairstyle you do suits you. Watsanela mami. Thank you, Mama the boys. But I asked for a question. But thank you. I'm just playing with you. I'm going to ignore the comments where they were just complimenting me. I'm going to ignore them and go to the ones where they're asking questions. Where do you get your fashion inspiration from? Cause wow, you can dress shame. That's from Prudence. Thank you so much, Prudence. And funny thing for me, I never thought that I could dress. It's something that comes easy for me. Like, it's just who I am. I enjoy dressing up. I enjoy looking cute. I'm one of those people, when I'm not feeling well, especially going to work, that's the day I will make sure that I look nice, because dressing up and looking cute, it works on my brain. It makes me feel that things are going to be okay. And I remember before lockdown, my signature lipstick was the red lipstick. So if I was not feeling like I'm in the mood today, I will put on the red lipstick. If you saw me with a red lipstick, you'll know that, okay, people will think that, oh, today she's not playing. Meanwhile, for me, it's like, today I'm so tired, so I'm trying to trick my brain into thinking that I actually want to be there. Let me know, what is your trick? What helps you to feel into the mood when you are not feeling like showing up? Oh, and I got it from my grandmother. I realized later on who I am named after from my maternal side. My grandmother, some of you know the story, she will wear yellow going to a funeral, like yellow. Imagine a yellow three-piece. When my grandfather used to be a soccer coach, when we went to the stadium, my grandmother would wear a stiletto. She was that girl, and I really wish she was here so that I can appreciate that thing about her. Before, I used to feel like, mama, you are extra. I called her mama. Smart says, I'm always late for this, but hey, is Mr. Dlamini Umzulu? What language do you use as a family? Yes, Mr. Dlamini, he is Umzulu. I usually like joking that he is a Kasi Umzulu, so it's not like the rural one. I think there is a difference. Yeah, because some of the things that he does for Umzulu, I get shocked. He's very modern, but sometimes he will remind me, because sometimes I'm like, yo, you are such a typical Zulu, and he'll be like, yeah, vele, I'm Zulu. So which language do we use? We use a mixture of everything. I'm actually teaching myself, learning Zulu. And because I want the kids to know, to be fluent in it, at least to understand and be able to speak. I speak Sepedi because I am Mopedi. My husband, he's very chilled. He's chilled for my liking. You will forget that he's Umzulu. and he usually jokes that I have converted him. But yeah, we speak Sepedi, a bit of Zulu, a bit of Sepedi and English and mixed masala. Sis Revi did the same thing, and I was like, no, I need a question. I don't need you to say I am hot. Okay, I need it. Mara, I wanted questions. So she said, what keeps mom going and how do you deal with challenges? Yo, what keeps me going? It is my faith in God. I am very rooted in my faith. I believe in God. I believe, yeah, I'm a child of God. Hence the name Banaba Mudimu. Banaba Mudimu, children of God. That's what keeps me rooted. Even when I'm going through the most, I trust, I know that God is good and He is good at being God. And this month was one of those months where I feel like I need you, God, to show up for me, for my family. Mpuluko, do you believe in having a trust for your kids? Yes, we believe in having a trust fund for our kids. Yeah, we believe in that. I usually say, especially on my Instagram, I want the silver spoon for my kids. I want a soft foundation for my kids. Like, I want them to start stronger than where I started. And if I have the ability, why not? How long have you and Habi been married? We've been married for 12 years. This will be our 13th year. Yeah, this will be our 13th year because Rio get it at 17. Yeah. You say to a small struggling YouTuber? I laughed at this question because I'm like, I'm also a small struggling YouTuber. So what am I going to say to a small struggling YouTuber? I think what I will say is that remember, I don't like this thing, yeah, remember your why, but it's true. You have to remember why you started. And also be patient with yourself. There's only so much that you can do and you can control. And as I've said, guys, YouTube is a business. So there is no way YouTube is going to allow all of us to flourish. It has to be challenging for us so that they can make money. They need us small struggling YouTubers to make money so that we keep on pushing. I get one day we will no longer be the small struggling YouTuber. And I think for me, one thing that encourages me is the concept of doing it for the one. There is someone who needs to see me the way I am, who needs representation matters, guys, even with the small things. There's someone who needs to see, yeah, the way you do life, the way you carry yourself. So that is what I will say. Nene says, did you always want a YouTube channel or it happened by default? Initially, I did not want a YouTube channel. I wanted an Instagram because of my book. So I wanted to use Instagram and Facebook as a marketing platform for me. Then the more I grew on Instagram, some of the people are like, oh, we would like to have you on YouTube where at least you can talk for a longer period and people understand long form content, unlike on Instagram. So it happened because I was giving people what they wanted. People were like, give us. And I was like, let me come. And also, one of the reasons, guys, and I won't lie, is that when they were selling YouTube, it's like they made it seem easy, like the growth is guaranteed and you can guarantee your earnings. Unlike on Instagram, you have to wait for the brands to approach you. But they were lying, guys. YouTube is hard. YouTube is hard. It is fulfilling, but it is hard. Zimkita says, my assumption, you got it all together as a mom. No, I do not. I do not. I think the reason why I'm very relaxed, guys. I worry about the major things. I don't worry about minor things. And because I don't worry about minor things, it will come across as if I've got it together. I don't sweat small things. Like I won't panic because my kids broke things or the house is dirty or they lost their shoes. Like, I don't expect perfection from my kids. And because I don't expect perfection from them, motherhood is nice for me. It is hard, but it is nice. And the more they grow and I grow, I appreciate the fact that I'm a mother. I love my kids, and I know most parents love their kids, but I enjoy my kids, guys. I have fun with them. I like their personalities. They challenge me, but they also heal me. Like, it's beautiful. I love being a mom, and I'm always grateful to God that, God, you did this. You knew that I was going to enjoy it while I didn't know. Kele says, what are some of the key things you love your children to one day loud and proud say, I learned this from my mother? This question, I would love my kids to say, I have learned to love and have a relationship with God from my mother. I think nothing is greater than that. I want to leave my kids, besides material and financial generational wealth, I want spiritual generational wealth. I want them to know God, to have a relationship with God, because there's only so much I can do. And sometimes I can leave them money, but they don't know how to manage it. So if they have God, if they know God, hi guys, if they have a relationship with God, then I feel like I've done the best. I've done, nothing is greater than that for me. And Dr. Emmy says, what motivates you to keep creating content? I think I love creating content, and I was saying to one of my friends that I actually don't like the fact that I like creating content, because sometimes I want to stop, but I can't stop because I enjoy it. I love sharing information. I love feeling like I add value. I'm making an impact. So that is why I keep on creating, because I feel like maybe one person needs it, maybe one person is benefiting. Do you sometimes receive negative comments, and how do you deal with it regarding your content? So far, I only received one negative comment. And at first I was like, why are you coming for me? But after being calm, I addressed it. And that's the thing. As much as I'm praying for growth, I always pray and ask God that, am I ready for the growth that I want? Because I'm not sure what's happening with that growth. I don't know who's going to be there. So I pray that by the time He must bring kind people, and that when the ones that are not kind, I must remember that hurt people hurt others, and I must not take it personal, which is not easy. It is easy to say it like now because it's not happening. But yeah, I'm going to respond to Gamu's one. How do you manage your time between family, work, and creating content? Sure. How do I manage my time? Guys, I'm going to say a lot of it's God's grace, ne? Because I look at my life and I know if I did not have the Holy Spirit in me, I wouldn't be able to do certain things that I'm doing. So it is really because of God. And one of the things, I'm at a stage where I'm able to say no to certain things to prioritize what is important. In my current season, what is important is my relationship with God, it is my family, then everything else comes after that. With content, I don't know. I feel like, guys, for me, I don't overthink things. So with content, I want what's good, but I'm not going to stress about everything. I'm not curating. Yeah, I feel like with YouTube, I'm not curating. Even Instagram, I'm not curating content. I am sharing my life. I'm sharing what's happening with me. Will I make it? Will I shoot a record in angles? Yes, I will. But this is my life. This is what I do. I'm not going to go out to a place because I want to give you a different. If I was not going, I'm not going. So I feel like because of that, I don't have that pressure. And I found that when I'm doing spend a day, it's easier than when I'm doing like trying to record the whole week, like spend a week with me. It's harder. And yeah, I prefer spend a day with me than the weekend sometimes. Spend a day with me, it works so much better. And it's easier if I have a vision of what I want to do. Like I have a plan that, okay, tomorrow I'm going to record me cleaning, and this is the message I want to come across. Yes, guys, even in a vlog, we try to have a message. Sometimes the message is not there, but there must be a message, whether it's entertainment or something. But yeah, my work is very pressurized environment. When I knock off, I knock off. No one is going to call me after hours. So I think that's a blessing. How long have you been married? I answered it for this is our 13 years in December. Guys, did you notice that most people we got married in December? And I remember there was this comment that people are going to use their bonuses to get married. And I'm like, Vele, it's okay. If that is the only time I'm going to get so much money, why not? There's nothing. We are not going to be ashamed for using our bonuses. So use your bonus, guys. Whenever time you get your bonuses, get married. Values do you prioritize when raising your children? Obviously, they should love God. Then honesty. Yo, I'm big on honesty, guys. I'm very big on honesty. I need honesty. I need honest people, and I think that is why I struggle with social media sometimes, because I expect people to be genuine. When a person says, oh, I like you, I expect them to really mean it. When they say I love your content, I expect them to mean it. I don't expect them to just say it for the vibes. So honesty, being kind, you know and not because you are trying to get something from someone else. And the more I grow, the values that I want my kids to be honest, even with the things they don't like. They must not just pretend for the sake of they want to maintain the peace. Yeah. But I think once they have God, all these things they come. Did you plan on having 3 kids? No, I planned on having 0 kids. Yeah, so some of you might know I never planned to have kids or get married. I just wanted money. I wanted money, guys. Yeah, so I didn't plan to have kids. Then before we got married, we agreed that okay, Javi was like 5. I was like never. But it was like a joke. So we had the boys first. We had 2, and I was like, okay, we are good. We are done. And one thing about me, guys, I will talk. So I used to tell Gogo, that's my late Gogo in love. I say, Gogo, what do you want from me? I gave you. Your surname is continuing, like times 2. What more do you want from me? Because you'll be like, no, a baby girl. Then after I had the boys, we were okay for 5 or 6 years. But then I was like, I love, raising kids when they are little is hard. But when they are grown, it's so beautiful, especially when they have a healthy relationship. And I was like, okay, baby, maybe we should go again. Let's try again. Then we had Asante, and I thank God for bringing her. So, yeah. But one thing about us, every child that we had, we will plan and decide first. It was never that thing that, oops, we didn't expect that, but we were doing other things. We will be intentional. If we were not doing, yeah, we will talk about it. And then after, thank God, when we decided that we are ready, He will open my womb and we will have a baby. Because babies are from God, I get, guys. It's not because of us. What inspired you to write a book? My first book, The Teen Top 25, I wanted to write a book that will speak to kids and parents who look like me, because growing up, I did not see that. And also, I hated how people were negative about teenagers. Parents are afraid, and the world is like, yo, teenagers, they are horrible, they are little monsters. So I wanted to show that it's not about that. So the book was to prepare the teenagers for adulthood and also prepare the parents for raising teenagers, while also healing parents, because a lot of us, guys, life skills, social, no, emotional intelligence, most of us, we are only learning now. Like, so that the book covers those things. It is teaching you, how do you ask for help, how do you say no, how do you form friendships, how do you set goals, how do you manage your money, like things that we didn't learn when we were growing up, and we have to learn now through making mistakes, or through coaching or therapy or all these things. So you must buy my book, guys. You need it. I say so. Yes. And you can prove me wrong after that. I actually bought your book. No, I did not need it. And so far, no one has read my book and not felt that they needed it. Even the adults, they'll be like, yo, I needed this. Because all of us, most of us, we need to heal again, or we need to do better. Will you be writing more books? Definitely, I will be writing more books. And when I do, please support, buy the book. Buy the book, buy it for yourself, buy it for someone else, buy it, buy it. What inspires your style? I already I think my style also is very, I said simple last time on my Instagram, and someone was like, no, your style is chic. But I don't stress a lot. I will wear, I love dresses, maxi dresses. I love feeling free, being comfortable. I love loose things. And people, most of the time, people don't understand, because it's like, no, you can wear, is it bodycon? Yeah, tight fitting clothes, but that's not my vibe. I don't like that. I like feeling free and comfortable. I like flowing things, guys. I like, so I guess I want, even my clothes, I want to feel like ease. I'm enjoying myself. It's not too much. It's not too hard. Hence, I don't even have too many denims. Denims pants. I have shirts, but I don't have pants. Because my style, I like flowing things, guys. That's what inspires my style. I want to relax, to feel comfortable, to feel like myself. I want to look like myself when I'm wearing those things, and be comfortable. Please share more about your childhood experience. So I was raised in Bilabila. It is in Limpopo. My late mother's name is Mokaichi Minki, but we really called her Minki. I'm the firstborn. It's three of us. I have two younger sisters. I'm the firstborn. I had my childhood was hard in the effect of, poverty. Poverty is hard, guys, ne? But it was filled with so much love. My mom loved me, guys, and I was so confident that my mom loves me. And one of the things that I appreciate, my mom prayed for me. She will pray for me every day, and those prayers, I always say, I'm enjoying the fruits of my mother's prayers. So I was staying with my late grandmother and grandfather and my mom and his sisters. It was six girls. Then later on, my mom had her own house. I stayed with her, yeah, until I came to Joburg. And I was supposed to come to Joburg for school, and I was like, no, I also want marriage. I want a degree and a man. I can have both. No, that was not the plan, but God had other plans, and I thank Him for that. So that is how I grew up. I was I was a very curious child. I loved reading. I loved asking questions. I wanted to solve everything. I wanted to fix the world. As a child, I've always been this person. The person that you see today, I've always been that person. I love helping. I love encouraging people, making other people's better. I was already starting like organizations when I was at school. There was a time I started a newsletter. I was there. You remember was it Auntie Dolly from Drum Magazine? So I was the Auntie Dolly for teenagers at school. Like, my boyfriend dumped me, and I'm like, why? Why are you still sticking around? You deserve that. I wanted to say I'm lying, but no, I'm not lying. My friend Katlewa will say, I was very harsh when it comes to boys. I couldn't understand it. But I realized later on it was because of how my father rejected me. But thank God, I am now healed. I'm healed and loved and fine. So the last question, guys, I'm ready. It says, waiting on you to announce a question and answer so I can ask where you got your wedding ring, because I am obsessed. I love your vlogs. Thank you so much, guys. But you guys notice things that sometimes we don't notice them. So my ring, it is from Browns. This is my second ring. When we got married, before we got married, I had an engagement ring. My husband, so my husband had a surprise engagement party for me. He called my mom. It was so sweet, guys. Yo, that is why I'm like, sometimes I forget that he is Umzulu. Yo, guys, staying in the location. Yo, staying in the township, it will frustrate you. So as I was saying, guys, my husband had a surprise engagement party for me. I got there, my family was there. He drove them from Limpopo to Joburg. Guys, it was so nice. Then after, Okay, he did not kneel down, guys. He did not kneel down. He just said, Momo, will you marry me? Then I said, yes. And I wanted to cry. Then he gave me the ring. So when we got married, we had a traditional wedding. We didn't have a white wedding. I didn't want one. As long as we were able to exchange vows, all I wanted was to exchange vows, guys. I did not care about the rest of the things. So when we were having our traditional wedding, we did not have money to buy. He wanted to buy another ring for the wedding, but we did not have money. So I was like, no, it's fine, my man. Let's just polish that one. So we took it, they polished it. I used my engagement ring. Then years later, he bought me a ring. Not this one. It was smaller than this. He bought me a ring. I think it was our anniversary. He was just, they sent me a letter, an email saying, he was saying that he just wants to thank me for being a great wife, because I'm a great wife, guys. For being a great wife. And yeah. So I had that ring, but the current was smaller than this one. This one, I got it last year. He upgraded it to this one because he was like, why not? You deserve it. So, but that is a long way of me saying that the ring is from Browns. But I think the first one, it was from the engagement ring. It was from Stearns. Yeah, it was from Stearns. And sad thing, guys, I put that ring away because I wanted to give it to one of the boys when they decide to get married, and they can use it as an engagement ring. And one of the helpers that I had, they stole it. My heart was so broken when I discovered it. Yeah, so that is the story about my ring. So that was the end of the questions. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed this segment of getting to know me. Let me know what surprised you or what resonated with you. Are we the same or we are different? Thank you again, guys. I love you. Thank you for being here. I really, really appreciate your presence. See you on the next one. Bye.